beautiful souls, and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be going over how to heal your inner childhood self and why it's so important to do so. Don't know me, I'm Shika. I'm a travel lifestyle content creator, mentor, and owner of Blog It. And on this channel, we talk about all things spirituality, wellness, entrepreneurship, and social media. Today, I'm going to be sharing with you guys tips on how to help heal your inner childhood self, why it's so important, and how it can impact you with law of attraction, to manifestation, to just healing trauma. A lot of things that people don't know about our child experiences that make a big effect with our life and our today right now. So you should give this video a thumbs up, like, and subscribe so you do not miss a video. I do videos 3 times a week for you guys, with the occasional, like almost all the time. I've been doing them every day since I have more time right now. And today's subscriber of the day is Chrissy Amanda. Thank you so much for subscribing and your lovely comment on the latest video. I just want to say thank you to each and every single one of you guys who've been subscribing. It is such an amazing gift to have you guys be part of this community, and every single day I give gratitude to that. So I just want to say I appreciate you. Let's get into the video. So the first thing is your childhood self. This is something that I wanted to share with you guys. And what exactly is that? Think about your memories, whether good or bad, that you had as a kid from as young as you can go back to. Now, this is just basically visual memory. This is what you can visually remember, but the body remembers everything you've been gone through ever since you were growing in your mom's womb. So just imagine all of the things that you've experienced as a kid, as a baby, as a teen, as an adult, and how that all added up to this very moment right now. So a lot of the things that we go through as children, because we're not able to comprehend at the time, it makes an impact emotionally with us. And as you guys know, with negative emotion or positive emotion, it is instilled in our body. If we don't release it at certain times, it can actually attract more things, such as things that we don't want to manifest into our life: emotion, depression, anxiety, or even just bad relationships that come into our life. So a lot of people don't know that has a lot to do with your childhood trauma. And we live in a very fast-paced environment where we always have to be on go, and we don't really have time to stop the breaks and really heal ourselves. So I really would suggest you guys to take this time, take the steps that I'm going to give you to help you heal your inner childhood self from anything from cursed to, or being angered to, or whatever it may be as a child, not understanding why you were getting in trouble, and that making a huge effect with how you react to certain words, certain environments, certain things, certain smell. Just really bring yourself back to those memories. So the first and foremost thing is to visualize your younger self. And this is one of the biggest things. So whether it's taking a picture or actually just closing your eyes and thinking about the last moment that you remember as a kid, whether it's happy or sad or whatever it may be. For me, when I think about my childhood self, it was running around the house with a cowboy hat at the age of 3, running around and like going under the table and thinking it was a game, but my mom wanted me to give her hat back. And I had this little country outfit, and I actually have a picture that my mom took at that time, which was so cute, and it's actually in one of our chinas in my parents' home. So it's kind of nice to see that whole kind of freeful and an exciting side of me. But that little Shika as well has gone through a lot of things, such as being yelled at and being cursed and whatnot. And that was a place where, you know, parents are always trying to discipline you, which is fine. And I'm actually grateful my parents did. They really loved me and they wanted the best for me that they didn't have. However, when those things did happen, it made effects to certain things in my teen years and so on and so forth. So I just want to share with you guys that, you know, this is all things that we all go through. And there are other extremes of traumas, but, you know, bringing yourself to visualize yourself, just your inner self, allows you to emotionally bring in things. And sometimes it even brings memories that you forgot happened, and you're like, did that actually happen? And it's, yeah, the body remembers things, right? There's a reason why instinctively, when you're about to do something wrong, your body has these emotions of sweaty palms or nervousness. Is because it already knows that it's instinctively wrong for you, or you're uncomfortable, or you're nervous, right? So it's the same thing with the childhood self. Like, your childhood self is always in you, regardless of how old you are, 60, 20, 30 years old, whatever age you are right now, it is still in you. So that's the first thing. The second thing that you really want to do is, once you visualize that, is to pretend like she's right in front of you or he's right in front of you. Pretend your younger self is right there and look at them and really just say, hi, sweetheart, like, how are you? Talk to them. You haven't talked to your inner self for so long. And what that's going to do is going to give you an interaction to kind of rekindle some emotions and experiences that you had as a child. Let it flow and surrender to that emotion. And once you've done that, see what your younger self has to tell you. Ask her what she has to tell you. And I want you to say, I'm sorry, I love you, I thank you, I forgive you. Because there's a lot of things that we do as kids that we don't understand that are considered wrong. Like, for example, I was actually watching one of my favorite YouTubers, Mimi Econ, and she was saying that she doesn't tell her child no. Because once you say no to a kid at a very young age, they start to instill no with that connotation of something. So if you tell them no sweets after 7, then they're like, oh, I can never have sweets after 7. And once they're an adult, maybe they don't ever have sweets after 7 because that's an instilled practice and habit that we've had since a kid, right? So something so simple that we say can bring something, depending on tone, depending on emotion, depending on if you as a kid see it as bad or wrong, that really instills that perception on you going into your adulthood, into your teen years. Tell her you forgive her. Tell her I love you. Sometimes in the household that we're in, we do not have luxury of our family members loving us or showing how to love us, We all are in different households. Some of us might have traumatic households where parents or families are abusive. Maybe they were never there, or maybe they were super busy working their butt off to make ends meet for you. And to you, it seemed like they were neglecting you. So allow yourself to say, I love you. The times where you weren't able to say, I love you, the times that you weren't able to get that love, that kindness, that conditional love that you wanted as a kid that you were looking for, tell her that right now, because that's going to affect you as an adult or a teen or whatever age you are currently, to love someone else, to love yourself most importantly. You see how everything is connecting to your inner child, your first steps into this world, into this dimension. The other thing as well is saying I'm sorry, and that goes back to forgiveness, but most importantly saying and holding her and giving her that compassion and allowing her to speak. This is another thing as well. You'll find a lot of people who go through trauma have a lot of blockages in their throat chakra, for example. And the reason why is because they aren't able to say what they need to say. So allow her to say what she wanted to say at that time. Allow her to, love, to tell her what love she wanted. Allow her to tell her how she wasn't able to express her creativity enough because of X, Y, Z, or parents were a little bit more stricter or whatever it may be. These are just things to consider and why we say I love you, thank you, forgive you, and so on and so forth. We're all connected emotionally through our past, and that continues as a cord throughout our journey. And we need to ensure that we go back into time in a way for us to know what we're doing for the now and the present. And how you do that is by being in the mindset of now and reflecting on the world of your childhood self, reflecting on the vision of your childhood self and what you would tell her right now. What does she need to hear right now? The last thing is to meditate with her. So I actually am going to be posting a very strong meditation that I learned from an elder from Hawaii. And she was amazing. I actually met her through a retreat. It was like a wellness retreat, and it was really great in Montreal. And we did a circle activity with our childhood self. And I want to bring that meditation to you guys. So make sure you give this video a thumbs up, like, and subscribe so you don't miss it, as well as put the notification bells, because I would love to give that to you guys. And it really brings you to, like this kind of wave of emotion that you weren't expecting. And again, it brings everything that I talked to you guys about, how your body just knows that your inner self needs that healing, needs to be spoken, needs to be released. Surrendering to it. It's easier said than done, right? You guys have said that in your comments. It's easier said than done to say things for manifestation, to attract things. But how we do the inner work is when we do the inner work, actually, is when those things become easier to do. And I was talking to one of my friends that you guys saw in the last collab, in the last video, on the pillow technique. And one of the things we talked about on our live on Instagram was that, it's crazy that our inner self and like all of the things that we want to manifest in life, we can manifest it like water if we just believe in it. So you need to go back to your childhood self, and how you heal her is, or him, is by going back and saying, hey, you know, you can do whatever you want. You can be that doctor when you were younger. You can be loved. You can be forgiven. You can do all of those things. So allow her to be in the state of manifesting. Remember, all the inner work we're doing right now isn't only for us. It's for our past. It's for our past generations. It's for the future generations, which is why it's so, so important for us to take the time. And we do have this time right now, and we live in an era and a day where we can do the childhood work and the inner healing that we need to do to prosper and to be abundantly ours, which is divinely ours already, right? So that is it for the video. Hope you guys really enjoyed it. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up, like, and subscribe, as well as keep an eye out, put the notification bells, because I will be doing a childhood meditation for you guys that you can do that really shows all of the elements that I shared with you guys: visualization, meditation, and speaking the words of affirmation to help heal yourself. And I think it will be such a great tool for you. So make sure you let me know about that. Also, let me know in the comments, like, what is a childhood self? Be vulnerable. This is a safe space that you're trying to heal right now. Sending you guys so much love, light, and positivity, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.